So I'm sure you know about the situation with Marcus Smart. He got suspended 3 games. Have you talked to your players ever about behavior, about even though fans get on you, ridicule you, not to go in the stands or engage with fans?
All the time, all the time. That's every day. And the thing we say is we got to do a great job of going under the radar every day. And for us, it's not once a month or once a year. And anytime something pops up in the paper or I see it on ESPN, I could be at home, reading a book. I see something on ESPN, I write it down. I either text my guys right when I see it, or we'll talk about it the next day. But it's all the time, and it consumes you, but you have to do it. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. These guys play the game at a high level, and I just think in Marcus' case, it's unfortunate. I've seen him from afar as a high school player, very talented, played with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion. I mean, it's sad, but you got to keep moving forward. But I tell our guys all the time, you have to be a professional in that situation and walk away. And the thing I talk to my guys about it all the time, I know you 18, 19, 20, 21, you think you're an adult, but just walk away from that and keep pushing.
Do you think fan behavior is worse now than it was 20 years ago when you played?
You would have to be honest with you, you'd have to ask a player that specifically, because truthfully, I can't hear anything. I don't see anything. I don't read anything. So if anything toward me, I couldn't tell you. But it's expected. It goes with the territory. I just think when you're talking about a student athlete, an amateur athlete, I think it's a little bit different. Now, when you're talking about a professional athlete who gets paid to do that, something different. But I think when you're talking about an amateur athlete, I think as fans we have to have a little restraint in certain situations because they are kids. It's emotional. Here's a young man probably felt like his team wasn't playing at the level he wanted to play. So things happen. You say things as a young guy. You do things. Doesn't make him a bad person. It's just an incident. But again, I do think there's a difference when you're talking about professional athletes and how you treat and talk to them. I don't think you ever should be able to touch an athlete. I mean, when you're doing certain things, you shouldn't be able to do that. But when you're talking about an amateur athlete, even though the guy's big and strong, he's 18, 19, 20, he's still a kid. So we have to take that in consideration.